All right, guys, welcome back to the Trauma Therapist Podcast. Super excited to be here. Today, I have a special announcement. I'm going to start offering a free 14-day trial to my membership community, Trauma Therapist 2.0. So you can get full access to everything Trauma Therapist 2.0 has to offer for 14 days free. And that's going to be something special I'm going to be doing this month. You know, several years ago, I remember, even before everything started with the Trauma Therapist Project and the podcast and 2.0, I was in my graduate training. I was sitting there in one of my internships. It was early morning. I was sitting in an office with a few other colleagues, and we were just getting ready for the day. And there was a knock on the door. It was our supervisor, and she comes in and she says, "Later on this afternoon, after lunch, I have a new client coming in. And he's, I forget, I think he was like 25 or so, 25 years old. And she said he has a severe trauma history. He's been in and out of prison, I think, for a total of like 18 years. I mean, something crazy. Physical abuse, sexual abuse, just everything. It was awful. And at that time, I had been going through my sensorimotor psychotherapy training. So I had, some knowledge and some confidence, but I had very little confidence seeing clients. And I remember after the supervisor left, there was this weight in the room amongst all of us. You could just feel it. I mean, you could see it, and people wanted to help this guy. But there was this look in everyone's eyes. They were looking around like, this is a little out of my comfort zone. I don't know what to do. I've never taken a client like this. And I went on to take this client, and it was an amazing learning experience for me. But that was a moment, really one of the kind of seminal moments that I've never forgotten, and it was one of the inspirations for me beginning this community, Trauma Therapist 2.0. So today, I want to talk to you if you're a therapist just starting out on your trauma-informed journey, if you're a social worker, if you're a psychologist, if you're a counselor, if you're a coach, and you're passionate about learning about trauma, yet something is missing. Maybe it's that, like I was when I was just starting out, even though I was passionate about this, I had certain fears. I had certain tendencies, hesitancies. If you're passionate about this work and you're wondering how to progress, you're wondering what steps to take, what that next step is. Maybe you're in a program and there's hardly any trauma education going on. I just spoke to one person the other day, and they just called me up, and they're in this. They're getting the master's, and he's like, we just had this one course in trauma, and that's it. If that's you, if you're looking to surround yourself with other people who are passionate about this work, who are as excited as you are about this work, I want to invite you to check out Trauma Therapist 2.0. Try it for 14 days. If it's not right, that's fine. It's not for you. You can learn more about it by going to traumatherapist2.com. That's traumatherapist, the number 2.com. And there's a link there for a free 14-day trial. The thing about, I think, trauma work is as exciting as it is. I mean, it's even crazy, I think, for me to use that word. It's exciting to be learning about trauma, but there's a calling. I think if you're listening to this podcast, you're being called in some way, in some manner, to do this work. I mean, let's face it. I mean, there's just, today in the news, there's just on and on. It's just, it's every day, and it's not easy, right? It's not easy to hear. It's not easy to be around. It's not easy to absorb. But for those of you who are listening to this podcast, you're being called to do this work. And not everyone can do this work. But because you're being called to do this work, I think you owe it. We owe it to ourselves to do the best we can, right? To surround ourselves with other people who are knowledgeable, are passionate. I mean, this program is not specifically for experts. It's not. I mean, my passion is working with people who are just starting to get into this field, who want to get into this field, but maybe they're like, oh, I don't know if I can. Yes, you can, is what I want to say. You know, to honor who you are as a person, to honor your story, to honor those experiences you've had, and to realize that they're valuable, that you have unique individuality which you can bring to this work. I want to honor that in this program. One of the components of Trauma Therapist 2.0 is masterclass video interviews. And what I do is I bring back a select few of the people I've had on my podcast, and I bring them back and I ask them to do something different. On the podcast, really my goal is, to squeeze as much inspiration out of my guests as I can. In these masterclass video interviews, I ask them to go step by step, how they work with their clients, break it down, give us bullet points, something easily digestible that we can use, that you can use in your clinical work. And that's one of the main components that people join. But really another main component, probably the biggest component, is for community, to be around other people who get it, who understand that there's a calling to do this work, that it takes its toll on you. And as a result, you've got to learn to take care of yourself. Self-nourishment, self-care. It's not only fascinating and educating, but it's inspiring to learn about what other people, what other members, Trauma Therapist 2.0 members, are doing in different fields, in different contexts, in different parts of the world. What are they learning? How are they moving through challenges and difficulties? What books are they reading? What workshops are they taking? What do you have to offer this community? I want to value that. I want to honor that. If you're in this work, if you're passionate about this work, you have something to offer us. You don't have to be an expert. That's not what this is about. This is about people who want to help people who've been impacted by trauma. So once again, I want to invite you, if you're just starting out on your trauma-informed journey, maybe you're a therapist with years of experience and just realizing that, hey, you know what? I've got to start learning about this field of trauma. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're in school and there are no trauma courses, no trauma programs. If that's you, I want to invite you to check it out, again, for 14 days for free. Get access to the group member calls, the private Facebook community, the ebooks, the masterclass video interviews, and on and on and on. If after 14 days you feel that this is right for you, then you can jump in, and it's a $39 a month membership fee. If you feel that it's not right for you, then that's no problem. We can say our goodbyes, and there's nothing lost there. But my goal here is to create a community of people who really want to reach out and help people who've been impacted by trauma. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And if this fits for you, I'd love to have you join us. Once again, you can head on over to traumatherapist2.com. That's traumatherapist, the number 2.com. Click on the link that says free 14-day trial, and I will see you in there. All right, guys, keep up the great work. Take care.